Hey, lovers, sky. Body is doing blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time talking about my channel, much love you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for love and support. We're growing, we're learning, we're evolving. Even though there is madness going on in the world, allow yourself to be the calm of the chaos of storms. Because it's not going to always be this way, but it is just going to bring out some peace and understanding that is truly needed among the world. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom, if so you can know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it was about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up, tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading me and you towards a positive direction. Well, heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos are uplifting, informative, or just give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath or going through trying times and need spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites, wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And what was I gonna say? The channel, shoot, I'm sorry, y'all. The channel I'm using today is from Miracle Tones Meditation. The music in the background is called Positive Relaxing Vibes, 432 hertz. Miracle Tone healing music, self-love energy, and meditative music. It's very calming and relaxing. Surprised that I'm like, because it's too calming. But I said I got stuff to do, so. But the video I'm about to do today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, your voice screams passion of power that no one can take away. We got so many things going on in the world where, it just seems like we can't get along over, the most pettiest things, skin color, religion, sexual preference, how much money somebody has, how much money people don't have, all these different things. And it's like all the things that are just taking place in the world is where when you can take that first step of changing your life, if you know that you are not liking the life that you're living, you have to allow yourself to make the choices to make to change those things. I know a lot of times the things that we may want and dream to do, it needs money for that. But it's like, if you know that your life is, you can want all day, but if you're not allowing yourself to step forth and say, what, I'm trying to change my situation. I don't like the way I'm living. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing that. And there are certain times you can be at a job and you can just have people just constantly complaining about everything you do, even though you're doing the best you possibly can with what you possibly got. And people always, they don't recognize that, but they're recognizing, certain things that may be out of your control. Those are the signs right there, is where universe is telling you, what, we have better for you, but you have to allow yourself to make those changes. You're seeing the different things that you have been through for umpteen years. You have gone through things where people constantly judged you, constantly compared you to certain things, rub things in your face about things that they have and whatever you were lacking. You had to allow yourself to see the changes that needed to take place. You see where certain things had needed to take that place to, let me allow myself to do what is needed in my life. And all these things that are coming forth without throughout the years, especially after you have gone through a spiritual awakening, is showing you a different perspective of your life, a different perspective that you have the choice to change. Spirit guides are helping you. They've been there all the time. I don't know why, when I think about the things that I've gone through, and I really didn't see it as, my spirit guides were helping me. Or my loved ones from the other side, even though I had connections with them, I wasn't seeing it in that sort. And it's just like after that spiritual awakening, you finally understanding why you are the way you are, it gives you a total different outlook of a view of life. Like, dang, you know, I was going through all these different things in my life, and it was just crazy. It was one thing after another, after another, after another. My mom was like, "Girl, you are so jinky. You danger prone, Daphne." You know, it was like I had two left feet. I was always in something. I was always in trouble for something. And it was just like one thing after another. It was like hell, you know, hailstorms of misfortune. But these are the things you had to endure for you to say, you know what, is either I can remain where I am and just constantly complain about what's going on, you know, or I can allow myself to evolve, you know, doing things for the better. You know, you may not be exactly where you want to be right now, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. You know, if you're taking the, you know, making the sacrifices that's needed, you know, needed in your, on your part, when you know if you're staying present in what's going on in your life, then you're making the initial changes for you. You're seeing what is no longer serving you. It's just like, um, you know, there's certain things that I go through here where people are like, you need to not say that, or you need to not do this. You know, people try to control what I said about my life. People try to control me or what I should not and should not do. Everybody has a choice on how they want to live their life. You know, nobody's opinion, if it's like, it's difference between somebody giving you corrective criticism, like, hey, you should add this. You know, it's like anytime somebody tell me they're going to do stuff, and I know I can sit up here and add like an input to them, a positive input, like, hey, why don't you do it this way, or hey, why don't you do it this way? It's just a food for thought. You know what I'm saying? And when you know you can send a blessing towards somebody like that, go ahead and do that. You know, because you never know, that could be the reason why that person had to connect with you that day. Or it could have been like, oh, I slipped up and text you, or I slipped up and talk, you know, not slip up and text somebody. Well, it can happen that way too. There's a reason why certain things come into a connection at that time. Maybe you needed to hear something from that person that may be able to uplift you or give you the sign like, hey, you know, dad, they're going through this too. It's just like when I was going through a certain, you know, amount of things in my life, and I was like, God, dog, I wonder if anybody else is coming through it, you know, going through the same thing. And next thing you know, I had three or four people like, Roslynn, good God, you know, this is happening. Like, you know, even though I don't want to wish that on somebody, but it lets me know, hey, I'm not the only one going through these different changes, because time is bringing about a change. But it's just like a lot of things you had to endure for you to get further, you know, for you to be able to push forward. And you know, I've seen how my life has evolved in so long. You know, yes, I'm still a work in progress, but that is becoming a beautiful masterpiece that nobody can't take away. These are the things I did. Yes, I had help along the way, I have support. You know, y'all are sharing my videos, you know, you're dropping comments like crazy, you're emailing me. Now if you email me and I have not got back to you, please, yeah, I'm about to get back to you. It's been a crazy week for me. But you know, all these different things are going on. They can't take you. That's your Fifth Amendment right. You know, I've had a lot of people come up to me and tell me this, that, and the third about what I am and what I'm not, knowing they don't know what the heck I am. You know, I know what I was summoned for. I knew what, you know, there's different things I've been placed in certain situations for me to do. You know, and I appreciate you know, I'm gratitude when I was showing gratitude to the universe, because they're allowing me not to just help myself in manifesting or changing or evolving. They're allowing me to connect with others that are doing the same, like-minded people. And there's going to be days where somebody's going to tell you, try to control what you do. They can't control what you do. You know, I can understand if it's like a boss or something or whatever like that, that you have to work at a job. You know, job always have rules. Sometimes they just doing it out of control. I'm like, look, there's so many jobs, like, I already see I ain't gonna be here too long, because there's a difference between going against the rules or whatever, or you just downright want somebody to do everything you say just because you feel like you had the power to do that. And there's a lot of times I don't bump head with my managers and bosses like that, like, Rosa, you got too much mouth. No, you asked me a question, you wanted me to kiss butt. I can't do that. Being fake and agreeing with every single thing you say, that's gonna make me break out. I'm not one of those yes girls. You done got the wrong person. I ain't the type of person to ask. I'm like, hey, you asked me this. I'm like, do you really want the honest answer? Because I'm not gonna be, oh yes, da, 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 da. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. If I have to sit up here, you know, and kiss butt just to get a raise or do something that is, you know, beneath me or degrading to me just to get ahead, I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do all that. You know, some people do that. I'm like, hey, to each his own. I know what I'm not gonna do, and I know what I will gonna do. But you have that power. your choice. When you're allowing yourself to understand, like, yeah, these are the things that I'm going for. This is what I love to do in my life. There's sometimes that uncomfortable, the change becomes very uncomfortable. They're pushing you out your comfort zone, but you had to make those different sacrifices in your life. If you want things to be better, there are certain things and certain people you just gonna have to let go of. Certain things you can't allow your energy to maintain in certain circles. You have to be able to back yourself up. I've been going through a lot of things. I've heard throughout my life, recently. Oh, you think you better than other people? Oh, since you don't found this at about your life. Oh, you think you better? No, I'm very humble. I'm very, very humble, and I had to go through those things, even when I was on my little high horse, universe made sure they knocked me down. Like, okay, forgive me for doing that, but hey, I learned, I did this, I did that, and I enjoy those things, even though, I didn't enjoy going through those stressful situations. It brought me power of strength, and I had to learn from these things and growing from these things, you know. I know not every day is going to be a good day for me, but it's just like when I'm putting that effort to try to stay positive, even through these crazy moments in life, because there's so much going down right now, and it's just like, though you can't change, you know, what others do or what others say, but you can sit up here and do that about yourself. Somebody wants to do all these different things. That doesn't mean you have to go and agree with everything that they're doing. You know what you want in your life. You've seen, you had to go through these different changes to see what you did not no longer need in your life, and what you had no choice but to go ahead and sacrifice these things if you want to go, further in your life. Being able to stay faithful to self, even though you're sending love and light out towards other people through your light work, but you're also showing that same love towards yourself that you're giving to other people. Because with us as empaths, sometimes we don't step foot in a whole goddamn war and we didn't realize it because it was painted up like paradise. And a lot of times you had to learn from those things, but that was your passion of change. I don't have to keep connecting with those folks like that. That could be, you needed them. They needed to break you away from illusions that you thought of about yourself. Or there are certain things you had to go through, or you had to see it from an outside. Hey, this is going to be you if you don't make these decisions that you need to make. And then it'd be like, God, dog, I don't want to be like that. And we're like, okay, then. We had to bring somebody in your life. They're doing the same things that we've been trying to give you signs and synchronicities. Like, hey, can you go this way? Or hey, can you stop doing this? Or hey, can you go over there and put extra energy in this? Because a lot of times we do stuff and we're like, oh, okay, I did it, and you do just enough, and then you wonder why your manifestation ain't coming like you're supposed to. When they want you to go hard, you need to go hard, and you have to want, the way that people try to pray to make sure you don't get your blessings, you got to work extra hard. You have to work 10 times harder than the people that's trying to go all the way out for you, try to make sure they can block something from you. And there's a lot of things that's going around in the world where they feel like this has to be a certain way, or you have to live this way. You don't have to live any kind of way. Because I know seeing some people that, been out on the street, been homeless, and next thing you know, a year or two later, they done got blessed up and being very successful in something. You have gone to jobs that you really didn't like, all because universal sent so many signs to saying, hey, you can do your own business. It's not always good to work up under somebody else, because you already know you have to always go up over somebody else, or you got to go to the bigger man, a high man, just to get something done. Or you didn't like the way they did certain things in this company. I looked at certain things, I'm like, oh, okay, this job is good paying, you get benefits and stuff like that, but shoot, they making you work like you going through hell for every cent and penny. They ain't even worth it all like that. I have to go home and I be ready to have a drink, roll a couple of blunts and all that stuff just for me to calm my nerves. That was a lot of things that told me, you know what, you don't need this job like that. Even though it paid good and it, gave you good benefits, look at your nerves. You had to go through all these different things at, coming up with new addictions just to be able to make it through, not go postal on somebody. And that's not something that you need to do. If you have to sacrifice your peace of mind just to be somewhere, that's too high for, that's a high price that you don't need to be paying. If you have to go all this and that just to be in somebody's life, and it's taking more self-respect, it takes a peace of mind away. It is, they're not doing the same, they're not making them same sacrifices you are. That means you need to cut away. This is that time where you're trying to manifest in your life that, there's a lot of things you got to reevaluate. And you're seeing what your passion is, you're seeing what your strength is. Yeah, there are going to be days that you may fall. Yes, there may be days that you was hoping for that. Yes, even though they guided you towards that path, they had to make sure every time they told you to go one way, you went this way. And then when they tell you to go this way, went this way, and you still didn't get anything. But in between those directions, you don't learn something from point A to point B. But then also they had to know, you want these things in your life. You want to do this. You want to do that, or you're making these different sacrifices. And trust and believe, they're marking everything that you have went through. They're marking every sacrifice you made. They marked everything that where you steered yourself away from, even though these are the things you love for, and you love and you cared for. But those are the things that was no longer needed in your life. If you wanted something better, sometimes you got to break away from certain things that was holding you back just for you to go better. And there could be certain things that's been straight snatched out your life, and your feelings about it. And they're telling you we're replacing it with better. They can't tell you now. Is like when you find out, there are certain things you go for in your life, and you wish you knew to the date, time, and season that you were gonna get it. But that's the whole point. You never know that one day can make a big difference for you. So they're wanting you to see what you're passionate about, what you really care about, what are you willing to give your all on. And it's just like, don't allow somebody to take that voice. There are so many people that got voices, but some of them just don't speak up. It's just because they're worried about what people think, or they're scared about how somebody's going to perceive them. If you keeping it real, you don't have to worry about that. If you ain't lying, you ain't got to worry about remembering what you said. Because I'm like, hey, I real recognize real when fake come in the room. I call a spade a spade. There's a lot of people that appreciate the things I say, but there are some of them get all up in their feelings about it, and I try not to do that or rub anybody the wrong way, but I'm never going to sit up here and, shy away from something just because somebody else is uncomfortable about my volume of truth. You better use your voice like I use my voice and stand up for it. I got to do what I got to do. But I'm glad I stepped into that, because it's just like doing what I do. It can be scary, because it's like I'm opening myself up for judgment. Anybody can say anything, but it's just like it's not going to change what who I am. It's not going to, what somebody else's opinion is about me is not a change of who I am. Now, there's a lot of times I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm evolving. Yeah, there are certain things I'm still healing from. There may be certain things that I'm still sensitive about, but I'm allowing myself to be open for that change. It ain't going to be comfortable, but I'm telling you, when that smoke and mirrors just unsettle down, the dust and settle down, you're going to understand why you had to keep sacrificing things. Why did you have to keep tripping and falling on your face, but getting back up? Because a lot of times you fail, but you bounce back up 10, 15 times more than you actually failed. And that's what's going to get you ahead. Because there's a lot of people out here that's playing dirty. You had to be able to allow yourself to come real and come real with force. But like I said, everybody has a voice, but some people are too terrified to use their voice. You got to take a stand. You got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. My mom always used to say that, girl, if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. A lot of people are okay agreeing with other people all the time. And I'm just like, I tell my friends all the time, we're not gonna agree on everything. Your views is gonna be different from my views at sometimes. And that's fine. You have your way of doing certain things. I have mine. That's fine. If it's not hurting nobody, if it's not jeopardizing our, connection of friendship, and we can still support each other, what's wrong? It's just okay. You got somebody who's agreeing with every single thing you say and key about everything, and half of the stuff you just said it wasn't even funny, and they still doing that. No, there's a reason behind that, and you got to peep it out. But you're allowing yourself to see your Fifth Amendment right is you're going to speak your truth. You become stronger. Allow bump what people say. I used to not want to use my gifts because people called me crazy when I was able to see things that they couldn't see, or they thought I was, worshiping the devil because I knew certain things that there's no way of me possibly knowing, or they tried to say I was fake about something, or I was claiming something I wasn't, just because they got up in their feelings about what I was doing. They wish they could have did before I did, and that's okay. That is okay. That lets me know, hey, you must be doing something good if you're ruffling somebody, or you must be doing good when you take yourself away from there and they still trying to get up in your life, you know. But you still have to go. You even appreciate it, like, hey, I don't wish no bad ill will on you, but I'm gonna keep doing me. But our connection wasn't healthy, or it already done took its course. I'm not gonna go back. Time go back. I'm not about to go back. I had to learn, every day to not do those things. Even with hard term things that I went through that really was a hard pill to swallow for me. But just, allow yourself to separate that memory from you. But don't forget anything about what that painful memory has taught you, you know. And from those things, it's going to allow you to know, hey, I need to make these certain decisions to better my life, or I have children I have to support. So I need to go ahead and do these different things, allowing them to see me going through my struggle, but allowing them to see me becoming in my success. So they'll know, even though you have those hard times, and there's some times where it feels like heat's coming from you all different directions, but it's at that point, even on your worst moments, there's so many times I want to give up, but then I had to psych myself out. You know how many people are praying for your downfall? You know how many people are trying to take away your voice because they don't like what you're doing? They were okay when you were suffering. They were okay when you were complaining. They were okay when you were putting all your business out in social media, or whoever would listen. When you're allowing yourself, even though through the things you're going through may not seem fair, but they're going to give you a price to pay of the strength that you're trying to carry to get better. And those things, when you're allowing yourself to push forward and persevere, you never know what you can be able to do. Just because of the decisions you have brought forth into your life is going to speak volumes to you on where you're willing to go. And then when you get the blessings that you have worked hard to manifest, then you're going to understand why, all these things had to happen, because it makes you feed your passion more. And, who's to say you can't add something on to that when you get where you get? When you doing all these different things and stuff like that, and you're enjoying what you're doing, it doesn't feel like a job to you. It feels like a lifestyle. You keep speaking your passion. Don't allow somebody to tell you, no, you can't say that. What do people think? So, there's always going to be somebody who's going to think something of you. But it's all about how you validate yourself. It's all about what you see. Because there's going to be some times people are not going to like what you say, but there's going to be some people that are going to appreciate what you say. You know what? You told me that little story about the things you went through, and you gave me an example of the things, and I can really relate to that. So thank you, because it made me think, if that person can do it, I can do it too. And it's going to have, and that's the things that we need to go through now, because there's so many times people are feeling like they need to stay in a certain situation because that's what statistics say they need to stay as. No, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Just because you say I gotta be in a certain situation, or be on a certain tax bracket, or have this certain amount of my bank account and all these things, or I can't live in this place because certain people don't like that. No, you do what you need to do. If if something is positive, you're not lying, you're not deceiving, you're not hurting somebody to get something, you're not using your self dignity to get ahead, but you're doing it just by the things that you're doing, taking towards positivity, allowing yourself to, you know, stay focused on what you're doing. Don't worry about the noise behind you. That's exactly the reason why it's behind you. Behind you don't have nothing to do with what you got going on right now, because something big and beautiful is heading your way. So make the changes that you need to allow yourself to cut out of the things that is not really, serving you to your good. Allow yourself to speak better of yourself. Allow yourself to see your future better of yourself. Yeah, it may be hard right now. Trust me, I know. You going through things, but that doesn't mean it's going to always be that way. Because what's for you, it'll always be for you. If it's not stealing, it's like, hey, it's going to be yours. So that's all you need to do. Just keep going. Don't think it's going to be handed to you, because there's life lessons that you're going to have to endure for you to get that, because it's already written that you're going to have that. You have to be able to go through those life lessons to know that you truly earn this. This is not, nobody can't say you bought your way into something, or you knew this person, that's what got you in the door, or you had to steal from somebody else to get, and use what they got going on. When you did it from your heart, when you persevered, even when you failed, you dust yourself back off. You can't remain forward. Even the days you got mad, calm yourself, take a meditation, do what you need to do, to get yourself centered again. Allow yourself, even those days you cried, you're gonna start. You cried for suffering. Now soon you're gonna be crying for joy, and you deserve those things just because you never gave up. I'm telling you, beautiful. When you keep doing it and you know you're giving it your all, you're gonna understand why those sacrifices became your biggest passion. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. Y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, and keep doing you. Keep doing better. When somebody tells you no, you gonna tell them yes. You know, doors are gonna open for you that no man can't shut, and your enemies are gonna be seeing you eat at your table that they can't even get to. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to um Georgia Bay Rattery, Genocide Flow Artist, and Just Jen. Derek Duran, much love to you. Kathy Brothrick and Cynthia V, much love to you. If you're new to the channel, drop me a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, and I would love to give you a post notification shout out. If you need to get in touch with me privately to get a deeper understanding about your spiritual path or even your sign of purpose, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I'll help you out as much as I can. Everything we speak on is confidential, so you don't have to worry about those things coming out. If I can't find the information you need to get you where you need to get, I'll find the information to get you where you need to get. Um, Let me see what else. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Tell somebody about the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Share. Tell somebody about it. Um, know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for better days for you. Even with all the things you're trying to manifest into your life, I pray that it comes 100,000 times more than what you expected or even prayed for or expected, or in the same as you're getting it. I hope it comes faster than you expected it as well. Even through social distancing, please give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. Somebody can really take that a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Blessed, peace, and be wild.